Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 2 of E3 2015. I am Dan Webb. I'm joined by Mr. Richard Walker.
Hi, everyone.
A little bit manic. So day 2 has been and done. We spent hours and hours on the show floor today playing video games, looking at video games, interviewing people.
Smelling video games.
Oh, God, yeah. There's a few people who walked past today. It was like, Jesus Christ, mate.
Some weird eggy smells going around.
Just have a shower.
Yeah, some sweaty smells.
Yeah, lots of sweaty smells. Today was day 2, day of the queue. For me, anyway.
Yeah, 2.5 hours in queues.
Pretty much.
Good stuff.
Which is like, we arrange appointments before the show with the whole idea of not having to queue up and we can just bounce from appointment to appointment. I went to see EA for 2 hours lunchtime today. 90 minutes queuing before I got in to play Battlefront.
Shocking.
So in 2 hours, played one game.
But worth it.
We'll talk about that shortly, Rich.
Okay.
We're just going to run through the games, what we saw today.
What we sawed.
And then we'll go through them one by one, so it's more like an index for your video. So today I saw and played Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. And I also saw and played Mirror's Edge Cataclysm. Is that what it is?
Catalyst.
Cataclysm's the World of Warcraft, right?
I don't know.
I think so. But yeah, Catalyst. And I also saw Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
And also a nice little indie game called, I forgot what it's called.
Beyond Eyes.
Beyond Eyes, right? Beyond Eyes. But it's cool. Rich saw Divinity, the Xbox...
Original Sin Enhanced Edition.
Which is the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 edition, right?
And it's also coming to PC though, if you're interested. Okay,
thank you. You also played Elite Dangerous, but we won't dilly-dally too much on that because it is now a game preview program.
You can play that on Xbox One already, so...
You have to pay for it though.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, of course it is. It's like the early access on Steam. You buy the game before it's out.
Okay. Alright.
Well, anyway. You also saw Call of Duty single player?
I did, I sawed it.
You played Destiny's The Taken King?
I did.
Played it. You went to see Disney Infinity and played Disney Infinity 3.0?
Yeah, I also played Street Fighter 5 and Resident Evil 0.
There you go. So we're going to kick off with you, Rich. Let's talk very briefly.
When you say you're going to kick off, you're starting a fight.
This is it. This is like Britain's.
Kicking off.
Brits in LA. Let's touch upon, very briefly, Divinity.
Well, I was led into a tent, and all right, I'll be quick. It's a.
Is it really a tent?
Yeah, they had a tent.
Where was that?
It's like a medieval kind of tent
on the show floor.
On the show floor, near Sony's booth, Nintendo's booth, that kind of area. Okay. Yeah, and it's basically the PC game, but enhanced. They've enhanced the visuals. They've added more content and stuff. They've refined stuff. You can rotate the camera now. They've refined it.
It's like so if anybody that doesn't know, it's like a turn-based Diablo, right?
Kind of, yeah. Pretty much.
Just sum it up really
your
to its
moves
basics.
stack in the top and you can see what you're doing, and it's divided into rounds, your moves and stuff. It's all very complicated, but it looks really clever. They showed a really cool thing where you could do an exploit. You could pick someone's pocket and avoid like hours of quest.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to. Interesting.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Let's touch briefly on Elite Dangerous. We may as well.
All right.
It's spacey shit, right?
Space, but they zoomed out and showed the whole galaxy map. And there's like millions, if not billions of stars, and you can go to every single one of them. Ridiculous, massive.
But you can't land on them, it's all just planes.
You can dock
planes?
dock at ships.
Ships.
Yeah, you can dock at stations and stuff and mess around there, repair your ship and buy shit. But yeah, it seems to be an exploration kind of thing. You can be like a pirate or an explorer or a miner. You can choose what you want and you choose your own alliances, and it seems really open-ended and free, and yeah, fun to play.
Cool. Let's jump on to your first big game of the day then.
Yeah.
I only saw 4 games, so we're going to kind of stick with you for a good chunk.
Well, I have a feeling that the single-player demo I saw might have been the single-player demo you saw.
Okay, tell me.
It was an Egypt level, Ramsey Station.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was basically... It ended with the entire street being blown up and turned into a crater.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. So it starts off with a flash forward, and then it with the station decimated, and then it flash back to when before the decimation as it was happening.
Yeah.
And then you go out into the streets and you fight around the cars, and then you go into these open areas.
And it's chaos, there's mechs, and there's drones, and you can remote hijack them by just...
That's it, yeah.
And okay, I'll read your preview first, but I think
I'm fairly sure.
Got a preview.
And Ramsey Station sounds very familiar, because I was talking about Ramsey Street.
All right, okay.
So if you want to know more on that, if you go to xboxachievements.com or playstationtrophies.org and search for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and then just filter through the previews, it'll be there. But if not, there's or you can watch all you need to know about Black Ops 3 video that we did about a month ago. Check that out.
Yeah, and we've got 2 multiplayer previews on the site now. So Dan talks about the first 4 classes. I talk about 2 new ones. So mine's a bit shorter.
Cool, yeah, I didn't really talk. I did a completely separate feature.
Okay.
The 4 classes.
Right.
And then I did the preview more about
the feel.
Yeah, the feel and what they changed.
Okay.
All right, well, so we'll talk about my first game of the day, which 90 fucking minutes. I was kind of livid because I was like, I could be seeing so much here. I wanted to see Unravel, I wanted to see Mirror's Edge. Didn't have a chance to see any of those. And Need for Speed was also one that was on the to-do list if we could have got round to it.
Sure.
Just didn't have a chance.
Maybe tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I've got to go back and do interviews.
Oh, blimey. Okay.
Yeah, so I played Star Wars Battlefront.
Okay. Is that it? You're not going to tell us anything?
That's it. It was fucking ace.
Yeah?
It genuinely was.
Really?
It was almost worth the 9-minute wait.
It's not a Battlefield Star Wars edition?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Completely different.
Okay.
So basically we were doing what were we doing? The Battle for Hoth.
Right.
And basically I was the scum.
The Rebel scum?
No.
Imperial scum?
Yeah, I was Imperial scum.
All right, okay.
Rebel's not scum.
But the Imperials call them Rebel scum.
Yeah,
Palpatine.
but we was the actual proper scum.
Okay.
We were Imperial scum and they were Rebel scum.
Was it fun killing the rebels?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's like,
It might be.
So basically what you do is we have to kind of get our AT-ATs through the map to destroy one of their little kind of, it's like an energy core.
Okay.
In order to do that, it's like multi-stage. It's a little bit like Battlefield Rush.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Where you've got to break down a line of defences to get the walkers through, and then break down another line of defences, and then just get and protect your AT-ATs. Okay. That's the main objective.
Right.
But as the map goes on, so it's cool. You start with, there was only like 2 loadouts. I only used the one. The one loadout had this kind of barrage kind of. It was like a grenade launcher that just like, pop.
Okay. Nice.
And then there was the jetpack. The jetpack's cool.
I saw that was in the demo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Probably, yeah. But it's not just a slow one. It's like
Okay.
You can use it to like just jump and do like a super jump.
Nice.
So we just started shooting stuff, and then we started picking up these little kind of icons, these cog icons, and each one was like a special ability.
Right.
So the first one I picked up was like a bubble shield, so you could put it on, and the troops could hide in it. And then the next one I picked up was, these are all dotted around the map, and they're the same every time you pick them up.
Okay.
So once you learn out the location of some of the things, it's great. And the next one I picked up was this, what was it called? I think it was like it was like this grenade, basically. It's like an implosion grenade. Okay. So you throw and it sucks everything in and
like Singularity.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's like a little mini nuke as well.
Okay.
It's a big area of effect kind of damage.
Nice.
So I got that, and then I found a little cog, which was only for a fucking TIE fighter.
So you have to earn it. You can't just jump in a TIE fighter. You have to collect the little thing.
Yeah, but like I didn't have to do anything to collect them. I just had to find it and then pick it up.
Here's a question: if you're a snow trooper on the ground and you get into a TIE fighter, you must become a TIE pilot. You can't be a snow trooper piloting.
What happens is you call in a TIE fighter,
right,
and then you assume the TIE fighter pilot.
Oh, okay, right.
And then, like, it's as if your character then just disappears on the ground.
And carries on doing what he's doing.
And then you just become a pilot.
TIE pilot, okay.
And then when you get blown up, you get blown up.
Okay.
And then the next time I died pretty quickly. I actually took down a few troops, like there's some bombing runs and stuff like that. Yeah, there's like multiple different fires as well. Okay. And you have to you can only do you can only boost or fire the heavy powered rockets at the same time.
Okay.
But it's great with heavy powered rockets. You just have to lock on them and then just follow them. So yeah, flying around, and then I died, obviously, taking down some robots gun.
Sounds like you had fun.
Yeah, and then I got one into the ATSTs. They call them walkers for some reason.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know, but the kind of the bipedal,
the two-legged ones. Yeah.
And I got on that, and I did loads of destruction.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was great. It was genuinely brilliant fun, and it was like. The audio design is fucking brilliant.
Oh, that's the thing that makes it a Star Wars game.
Yeah, like as I was running as a trooper, and there's no like reloads. It's just because you've got blasters.
They can overheat.
Yeah, they can overheat. So it's great. It's weird not reloading, because every time I shot, I was like reloading, like it was a Battlefield game or a Call of Duty game. So there's that. And it's just great fun. I
still find it jarring that Jedi Luke turns up.
Oh yeah, I hadn't said that, did I?
Yeah.
So Luke Skywalker rocks in, and there's like 6 of us like doing kind of the blasters are pretty accurate, like long distance kind of accurate, and like fucking Luke rocks in, doesn't he, with his green lightsaber, he's knocking back the
reinforcements.
Yeah, well, it was because it was like there was 6 of us, and we were shooting at them.
Yeah,
and he was just knocking back.
Did you guys not get your hero character?
I'm not sure, because it could have been going on a different part of the map.
Oh, it would have been Darth Vader, right?
Yeah, it is right. I think for that. Although we might have had Baba. I don't know. I didn't see it happen, because I just happened to just stumble upon Luke as he descended into our base to take down one of the.
The map's quite big.
Yeah, huge.
Huge. Okay.
Yeah. So this big fight went on, and. Luke comes around, so there's all 6 of us firing at him, and then literally, because I was up high and everybody else was kind of hiding behind rocks and stuff, as he was getting closer, because he didn't have like a blaster pistol or anything. No. He just uses his lightsaber and the Force. And then I shot down with our little kind of barrage grenade launcher, and but it took like 6 of us, probably like a minute or 2 minutes to take him down.
So they're pretty badass.
Yeah, so they are massively badass.
Okay.
But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront, amazing. My game of the show so far.
Cool.
I can't see that changing tomorrow unless Deus Ex is pretty incredible. It might be. It might be.
Yeah.
There's a good chance in that, to be fair. The last one was great. So that was brilliant. And that's the longest I'm going to talk about a video game for the rest of this video.
Yes.
And today you saw The Taken King.
I did, yeah. Destiny the Taken King. Lee, if you're watching, you'll be loving it, mate. New class types, subclasses rather. So the Titan now has a big flaming hammer you can use. You can throw it and get it back, get it back. That looks quite cool.
Like the crowbar in the Hitman.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we threw it. Sorry, it's at the back of the guy's head. Yeah, there's that. I played as the Warlock, and he has a new subclass where he sort of floats a bit off the floor and just zaps them with lightning. Cool. You have to get up close with it, but it's really quite devastating. You can like go through swathes of enemies with it. It's kind of that Emperor Palpatine kind of feeling of power. It's quite cool. And then the Hunter has a void bow. Which fires obviously arrows, void arrows, and it kind of draws. It creates little gravity wells that sticks enemies to the floor, and then people can come in and kill them, sweep them up.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, some pretty cool stuff. I did a strike, nice and atmospheric. It was fun. It was over pretty quickly. It's Destiny, innit?
Cool. More of the same, and then some, but loads of content.
It sounds like there's a lot of stuff. Loads, possibly comparable in size to the full game itself.
Oh wow!
It sounds like.
Well, I say wow. There wasn't a lot really, but you know, as an expansion, that's pretty good expansion.
Yeah, right? pretty big.
Right. So I also went to see Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes, and we saw the presentation, didn't we, at Microsoft's conference, and we were like, oh fucking hell.
So basically, what I saw was I didn't see anything that was already seen. It was all new content. So they did like a 20-second recap of what went on at the conference. Okay. And then we saw like 10 minutes of survival Lara. So she finds herself after the avalanche in the snow, trying to make a fire and a little hut so that she can survive the night.
Yeah.
And then it gets into a bit of stealth play, like some bad guys, like Trinity they're called. They come around and they try to take her out, but she uses stealth and stuff like that. Arrows, poison arrows and stuff like that.
Lara stealth?
Yeah. It looked alright. But for me, the main part of this demo was, and the good news for everybody back home is, The last bit was just tombs and puzzles.
That's what I want, man.
So things like water puzzles and... so there's a cool little thing in the game where there's like I don't know, like glyphs and stuff like that, and like kind of just language just engraved in the walls and stuff like that, all over the place. And if you've read enough kind of research around the game, you can actually read those, and it opens up new little routes and stuff like that, and little secrets.
I like that.
So it's a cool little thing. But yeah, there was just it was just a huge. Most of it was getting into the tomb, and there was like a lot of climbing, a lot of traversing, a lot of like time jumps. And then they got into like, not even into the tomb, but into like the first area, and it was like, she fell into a trap as they were trying to get into the tomb. I got into the tomb, it's more like a big kind of...
catacomb
kind
of thing.
Well, yeah, it's we didn't really get into the main area, because I mean, as you see also on the trailers, like the Golden Dome, you know what I mean?
The sort of the building in there.
Yeah. So you make it there and you get into, but we don't really get in. Like the demo actually ends with us looking up, and it's like huge. It's like probably, I don't know, 500 foot up, and you have to get to the top. That is your aim.
That is exactly the kind of thing I loved about the original Tomb Raider, was those massive traversals, you know, that are epic. Yeah. And you look down and you're like, shit, I've come all that way.
So it's that. But on the way there, there's little puzzles like Lara fell through this platform and she can't get up, so she finds a little hole in the wall. She smashes it with her ice pick. Water comes in, and then she uses a bow to shoot down a platform so she can get on top to climb up. Really simple, but it just kind of gives you an indication in the tomb that this is Tomb Raider and not optional Tomb Raider, which was the last one.
And not an Uncharted clone.
No, there are Uncharted moments, but as long as there's more tombs, I'm happy.
Yes, same.
And you went to see Capcom, Street Fighter 5, we've previewed it recently. It'll be at the end of this video that you can click on and watch.
The difference is, Lee played with all the characters I did, but he wasn't allowed to talk about two of them, and they've since been announced, and I've played with them as well. So Birdie and Cammy are in the game. Birdie you'll know from the Alpha series, Cammy obviously from pretty much all of them. From Super Street Fighter 2 originally, if you want to go back to when she first came into the series. They're really cool. They're really easy to pick up. It's just Street Fighter. It feels the same. It's got a V trigger now, which takes place of kind of the EX moves in the previous games. Managed to pull off a finisher but missed it. It was good.
It's good.
Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter, so you know more of the same is absolutely fine by me.
For sure.
Yeah,
it looks pretty. 60 frames as well. So.
Looks incredible. Yeah. So
you also saw Resident Evil 0.
I did, yeah.
Which is the latest in their long line of bringing back all the Resident Evil games and reskinning them.
Yeah.
And remaking them.
Yeah, but the different, well, obviously Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 had already been remade on the, well, Resident Evil 0 was an original game, but Resident Evil was already remade, so whether they're going to do 2, I don't know.
I think they will. I think they're just buying time, right? This seems like
they would have to rebuild it from scratch.
Did you like 0 originally?
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, I never finished 0, but I got about halfway. And yeah, it was nice to play it again. Yeah, it looks great. I mean, they've addressed the criticisms I had of the backdrops. They've spent a bit more time on those, so it kind of feels more cohesive visually. It looks good, and obviously it plays like original Resident Evil did. It's got the alternate control scheme in there if you don't want tank controls.
Cool.
And yada yada yada. Although it looks like they've changed some of the shooting mechanics, how they control, which is weird. I'm hoping you can customise the controls, otherwise that's going to feel strange, like using the right bumper to aim.
Really? Oh yeah,
and then A to shoot.
What? Yeah, that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll change.
I hope so.
I also saw and played Mirror's Edge.
What did you think?
I thought it was Mirror's Edge.
Just felt like Mirror's Edge.
But that's great, that's fine.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, it's not a reboot, it's a...
origin story.
I think they call it a rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yeah, so it's an origin story, and like they're kind of rebirthing the franchise. I swear they said that. So yeah, it's great. It's all kind of L1, R2, or left bumper, left trigger. It was actually on Xbox, so it's it's just the same. It's like the trigger is down low, the sliding for for rolling, and the bumper is for jumping.
But you say it feels a bit slower.
I'm not sure, because it's been so long since I played The Last Mirror's Edge.
Right.
So before I say anything like that, I'm going to go back and play the Mirror's Edge in the office before I write my preview, which will be on the sites in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it was great. It was good. I did a time trial, and the time trials because it's seamless. There's like no load screens, nothing.
Instant restarts.
Yeah, instant restarts.
That's good.
So you screw up, it's brilliant. So anybody that likes doing the time trials and stuff are going to have great fun. Just if they screw it up, they restart. There's no waiting times or anything.
Excellent.
But I found myself, even in the limited time I had with the demo, just retrying to get
Constantly.
3-star on this one thing. But yeah, I did that, and then I did a combat sequence, which is it's one button combat. I didn't try and pick up a gun and use the gun because I didn't. I didn't even do that in the first Mirror's Edge. And I also did like a climbing one where I had to get to the top of this building, and on a billboard I had to change a billboard. So yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Last but not least for you, Rich, you saw Disney Infinity 3.
Yes, my day closed with Disney Infinity 3, and I obviously went straight for the Star Wars stuff, and I played as Obi-Wan Kenobi to begin with. He was kind of fast and nimble, and then I said, I want to play as Darth Vader right now. Put the fucking figure on the base. I want to be Darth Vader, and I played as Darth Vader, and he's really cool because he doesn't run. He just walks menacingly slowly, and he's like devastating, powerful, and you can tell Ninja Theory's fingerprints are all over it because you can now like catapult them into the air, jump up, slash them in the air. It's like Devil May Cry-ish. I'm not going to say it's exactly like Devil May Cry because it isn't, but you can see that they've taken that as a template and put it into a Star Warsy world. And then I played as a character from the Rebels series. I forget his name, it's like Ezra or something. Ezra. He has a blaster and a lightsaber, so you can sort of switch between the two. And I played as Boba Fett, who's the PlayStation 4 exclusive figure. He's just got a blaster, plays like a third-person shooter, pretty much.
Cool.
Fun.
Fun. Did you play the last ones?
I reviewed and played the last one, and I enjoyed it, but this I think is a big leap because they've done a load of stuff to the toy box as well. To make it easier, more tutorials, it looks better,
etc.
Just etc. Yeah.
Actually, I lied. That wasn't your last game because we missed out Lego Dimensions.
I didn't play that. I saw it. I saw an extended presentation.
Good.
It looks really fun, actually. I like what they've done with the base. They call it the toy pad. And where you put the figures in certain situations has different effects. So there's a bit where you can shrink characters or make them grow, and it depends where you put the figure.
Okay,
it does that. And then they showed a puzzle where there's little paint pots, and you colour the character, and then you put the corresponding character on the colour on the toy pad to solve the puzzle.
Okay, cool.
So there's some interesting stuff they're doing to kind of bring the game and the outside stuff together. So, interesting stuff.
And the last game that we're going to talk about today is a game that I played, an indie game, that made its way into the Microsoft conference.
Oh, yeah?
It was called...
Cuphead?
No, it wasn't Cuphead. Beyond
Eyes. Oh, you didn't play Cuphead yet,
No, Cuphead, I've been watching Cuphead for days, and I've been watching people die. But the queue for it's always been so big. Because I have a lot of Microsoft appointments. I was kind of just ducked past on the way just because it looks brilliant.
Well, you say we're basically going to love the visuals, but not enjoy the game because
no, you will.
Rock hard.
But I just think that it's like Mega Man. It looks like Mega Man.
A game like Mega Man is not something I would enjoy.
Mega Man, no, it doesn't look as hard as Mega Man at all.
Okay.
But it's still, I think it's going to be quite taxing. But anyway, I was talking about Beyond Eyes.
Okay, Beyond Eyes.
Which is a story about a young girl who lost her vision and didn't really go outside until she met a cat. And then she met the cat. And then the cat goes missing, so she ventures out to find the cat. But she's a blind girl, and a lot of her world is displayed by the watercolour stuff in there. It's like a watercolour painting that you're walking through, but it's only areas that you've been around. Because it's like smell
using your other senses to feel through it.
Exactly. And there's a lot of kind of cool trickery going on that if she hears a bird, or let's use this as a fountain. There was a fountain in it. You heard the trickling of water. So yeah, she walks up and it appears, and things in the distance like a bell chiming and a bell tower. She can see that in the distance, kind of glow up instantly. But say a fountain she hears trickling, walks up, it's a fountain. But the next time she hears water trickling, it's displayed as a fountain. But when you walk up to explore,
something different.
It, like for this example, it was different. She walked up, it was like she caught the smell. It was like a sewer pipe with the water dripping out the end.
That's weird.
But it's really kind of beautiful game and just kind of chilled, and it's nice after playing Battlefront to go and play not play. It was a hands-off demo, but experience a chill game, and there's some cool little maze puzzles that they're going to be doing. It's like an exploration game that's with like non-traditional storytelling.
Very nice.
But it's a good little game.
Lovely.
It's nice. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up our day 2 video. Please join us tomorrow for the day 3 video, where we'll be talking about such games like Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Guitar Hero, Pez, Mad Max, Lego Avengers.
Lego Avengers, I want to try and play
also,
Division. I want to play the Division tomorrow.
The Division, and I've got Forza 6 as well. I'm going to meet some devs and chat some games. So thank you very much.
Another good day.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Please do like, comment and subscribe, because we are very nice people. And if not, we'll come round your house with a baseball bat.
That's how nice we are.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching us, and please do come back tomorrow. Thank you very much, Rich.
Thank you, Daniel.
Cheers, thanks. See you later.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
And girls.